You're watching The Bo Frye Show, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Albert Sporting Goods, American Legion Post 323, Oglaze Equipment Rental, Capabilities, David Wabacher Attorney, Eagles 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pizzeria, Jackalope Stash, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, Laura Yelton State Farm, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Plus One Professional Real Estate, The Ryder Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Hello and welcome to the Bo Frye Show. I'm your host, Zach Farrell. Joe's on vacation. Every week we bring you Rough Rider football coach Bo Frye. We look at some of the clips from the previous week. Bo, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Congratulations on the big win Friday night against Kenton. Really, it seemed like everybody was firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, we're getting better.
We're going to jump right into some of the clips from the game, Bo, and then we'll come back and talk about – actually, before we get into the clips, I wanted to talk about the rest of the WBO real quick. Going over some of the scores, Bath Wildcats beat the Defiance Bulldogs 28-0. Ottawa Glandorf beat the Salina Bulldogs 21-7. Wapakoneta beat the Elida Bulldogs 35-0. And the Van Wert Cougars beat the Shawnee Indians 28-14. What jumped out at me was Bath beating Defiance 28-0. Anything else from you?
No, the league's a wild one every week.
Yeah, and we don't want to look forward too far, but Bath coming up at the last game of the year is obviously that's what caught my attention there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. All
right, we're gonna jump right into the plays. We had offense never punted on Friday night. Scored, I believe, every single time they touched the ball. And so we have potentially a lot of clips, but this first one here was a big run by Kessler, running through tackles. You've talked all season about Kessler's a special athlete, and man, he showed it here on that first touchdown run.
Yeah, he's gifted. It was blocked extremely well, and when it's blocked well, and you got guys that can run, Kessler's a natural halfback. That's where he's been most of his career.
It's neat to see him. Neat to see Aiden Meinering progress so that Kessler's able to do that too.
For sure.
Kicking game was solid as what's become usual now the last few weeks. Just wanted to show this was the first kickoff from triplet through the end zone, and we saw that a few times.
Getting better.
On defensively, shut down Kenton. Really did a really good job. Kenton had the top offense in the WBL, and Caleb Turner really jumped off the film for me. Made several plays.
Yeah.
This was a sack here early on.
Matt Murray and A.J. Herdenstein got in on that one, but if you're talking about Turner, that dude's got a motor that never stops.
Right.
Like the Energizer Bunny.
I thought that sack, too, was a good coverage sack where it took a little bit longer for them to get to the quarterback, but that was because they were so good. Coverage downfield was really good. This was a dive by Caleb Schmidt. We really saw him come on during the game.
You continuously see Schmidt get better. Schmidt's a good football player.
Finished the game with 13 rushes for 95 yards and a touchdown. So it's just great when you can give your big studs a rest and you put in a couple other guys, and Schmidt's really working himself into that rotation.
Yeah, there's a lot of running backs. Here you're seeing Osborne pick his way into the end zone. There's a lot of guys that can play running back. It's a good problem to have.
Dominic Osborne led the Riders in rushes, 14 rushes for 66 yards and 3 touchdowns, and that one was a big one right there early on.
Yeah, he plays hard. I thought he had a good week of practice, Dom, and you're starting to see it show up on Fridays.
We'll skip to the next one.
It's a punt here.
Yeah. That was a punt, and there was just a call at the end.
All right.
Got my clips mixed up a little bit.
It's all right.
All right, so I talked about Caleb Turner a little bit. This was a kickoff early,
Look at him, man.
Early in the game. Watch him just run through there and make a great open field tackle there.
He's got a motor, man. I'll tell you, he's not the fastest kid on that kickoff unit. That's just how hard he plays.
Joe and I, we never really saw him without a helmet on, and for whatever reason, before the game, he was a senior and he was marching out with his parents, and we thought, man, he is not your typical size for a defensive lineman.
No, he's small.
But he is, he's just got a motor, like you said, and he works his way into so many plays. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's the reason why he plays. Yeah, it's not because of his size and his physical look at the cat. So.
Nice fill here from Compton. Not able to wrap him up, but Turner able to clean it up right afterwards.
Another guy, Compton, who plays with high motor.
It's great to see him really blossoming as a defensive player. We'll have another clip from him in a second.
He's a good one.
Dylan Fink able to get into the game and get a touchdown, and again just able to rotate anybody into this offense at running back and show that with the line and good blocking, anybody can get in the end zone. Yeah. Here, I think another dive. This one was actually by Noah Dixon.
Dixon, yep.
So a third or fourth running back. Dylan Fink finished with 5 rushes for 26 yards and that touchdown. Noah Dixon, 4 rushes for 47 yards. Just, amazing averages there when you look at they're making the maximum of their opportunity to touch the ball.
Yeah, a lot of running backs, a lot of kids that can carry the ball, and a lot of ways to diversify by who we have.
Taylor Compton here, big tackle, form tackle too,
Yeah.
Clean, at the waist. Taylor Compton right now leading the team with 71 tackles and 5 sacks. 5 sacks not leading the team, but tackles leading the team there.
Yeah, playing hard.
Caleb Schmidt, again, this was a neat play. Off of the defensive end, just bats the ball away.
Yeah, heck of a job by him.
It's neat when a defensive lineman like that doesn't have to just make a tackle.
It's a good jumping up. I mean, you've seen Turner make plays like that for a while. He just plays so hard, and that's what defense is about, energy.
Really impressed with your defensive line all game, getting pressure on the quarterback. Hurtenstein right here, able to get into the play. So often a player like Hurtenstein, he's in the middle there. He's just clogging things up or creating holes for other players to make the play. Yep. It's not going to jump off the stats for tackles necessarily, but his big body and his ability to get around creates holes for other people, and he's improved as the season has gone.
For sure.
As well.
It's only his second year playing football.
Amazing.
So he's new to the game.
And he's a senior, right?
Senior, yeah. So he came out late, and Coach Patterson coaches our defensive line, and those guys work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The big hog mollies, right?
Yeah. So.
End of the half, thought this was a nice play for Alec Bournes, staying disciplined, not getting caught by the hook and ladder there.
Yeah, Bournes is tough.
And holding off the guy when it went out of bounds.
Not smart football, yeah.
Going into the second half, just a beautiful, well-blocked sweep. I love to see it. Nice Camden Roth, I think, out there.
Yeah.
Nice block right there.
Good job being physical. That's just Mabry doing Mabry things,
Mabry's got his vision continues to get better. He takes his time, lets the blocker set up, and then really turns it into a second gear.
There's
big hit. Bournes here.
Yeah, Bournes is physical. He's a fun kid to be around. Senior, been playing for 2 years, and he's tough. You saw that early in the year against Salina. He was doing the same thing. So.
It's neat when you see a DB be able to get in the backfield and make a stop like that. He's not sitting back and waiting for the blockers to come or waiting for anybody.
Yeah.
And then Bournes again on the onside kick.
Yeah.
Knows that a big hit's coming.
Yeah, he stood in there and took it, which is good.
Yep. Yeah. Good Rough Rider toughness that we talk about.
Yeah.
Parker Beam almost had another pick.
Yeah. You've seen him show up a lot. At some point, we're going to use him on offense. He's got a great set of hands, but he doesn't prove it here.
He's had a couple this year, though. This one, I know he wants back. He probably killed him to see this on film. But, opportunity to jump in front of the pass right there, in and out of the hands.
I know, right? He doesn't usually drop those. But he'll continuously get better. He's a good kid. Fun to be around.
Oh, and he's playing a lot of linebacker in this 3-down lineman set, so he doesn't have as many opportunities to get in there, but cleans up a nice sack right there.
Yeah, him, Compton, and Turner, probably the 3 highest energy guys on the defense right there.
Coach, it was neat to finally see your second-team offense get in the game. Trey Moore really lightened things up here with a sweep. Blocked wonderfully by your guards there. I don't know their names as much, the 64 and 52.
Cooper Glass and Klosterman were the two guards there.
Lake and Klosterman.
Yep.
Excellent job blocking there from them. And Trey Moore, just an extra speed, pretty amazing. Obviously, he plays a lot of varsity, but to line him up at another person at running back.
He's going to be a running back next year. He's pretty good. Him and Fink are both pretty good.
And then your backup kicker also able to get in there, get some Friday Night Light experience.
Owen Lee, he had a heck of a tackle on the kickoff.
Yes.
The next one. So I was throwing guys in, and it was fun to see those guys play on Fridays.
And then your, some of your backups on defense able to get in, make a great play here. Dylan Fink. Hops the route, just a eye for the ball, and
he's
a ball hawk.
You remember Hemmelgarn? He's very similar to Hemmelgarn. He wore number 11 too. They're very similar football players.
So overall, a really great night of football there. Special teams didn't have to do too much, but were just solid when they had a chance. Defense, I thought, stepped up early and made some big plays, and then gave up some points and yards later, but that was more of a prevent type of thing. Hey, let them march on the field and eat up clock because we had such a big lead, right?
That was the goal. Yeah.
So in offense, what do you do when you score every single drive? You can't do much better than that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna just keep doing what we're doing if we can't stop it.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about the senior class of this year and also just talk about next week's game against Elida. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching the Bo Frye Show, brought to you by these fine sponsors: Albert Sporting Goods, American Legion Post 323, Oglaze Equipment Rental, Capabilities, David Wabacher Attorney, Eagles 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pizzeria, Jackalope Stash, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, Laura Yelton State Farm, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Plus One Professional Real Estate, The Ryder Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Welcome back to the Bo Frye Show. I'm your host, Zach Farrell. We just took a look at some clips from the Kenton game on Friday night. Coach, it was senior night. We got to see the band and the cheerleaders and the football players honored before the game with their parents, and being senior night. You've talked before, this is your fourth year as head coach. This class came with you from freshmen, sophomore, juniors. Now they're seniors. What does this group of seniors mean to you?
Oh, they're special. They're a great group of kids. 20 of them that stuck around, and they're all finding ways to get on the field on Friday nights. They're a group of workers. They come to work every day, and we're having some of our best practices of the year in week 9, which doesn't usually happen. So they want to win. They want to be successful, and I don't think we've reached our max yet here, which is good to see. But a great group of seniors, great group of kids.
And 20 seniors is amazing for nowadays in football.
100%, right? Yeah. And I'll tell you, they get it done in the classroom too. Extremely smart kids. I mean, I went through a list I gave helmet awards away last week for guys with all A's and B's, and it was half our locker room. So, which is good to see. They're good kids. Get it done outside and inside the football facility.
It's really nice when you don't have to worry about the classroom things. You can just focus on football more.
Yeah,
right?
There's some in the younger groups, but it's okay. I mean, some guys are different. Some groups are different. But this group, they're a great group of leaders, a great group of kids. Just a lot of great kids.
Great to hear. Friday night at Elida, another away game here. Be at Elida, then at Bath for the last week. What's Elida bring to the table, and what are we looking for Friday night?
I mean, they have skill. They have talent. I mean, a Division I style defensive end, some receivers that can fly. No school on Fridays. We're going to make sure we're coming in with a focus and an energy that we've been playing with. As long as we do that, I think we can be all right. But they've got talent and they've got some good coaching, so we're going to have to make sure we're ready to play football.
How do you handle no school days? You have the kids come in a little early, do some walkthroughs?
We bring the varsity in at 9 a.m. And we do a second walkthrough, and then you remember all the walkthroughs Coach Frye used to have.
Make
right?
sure they stay out of trouble,
Yeah,
right?
you don't want them staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning, so
Sure.
we make sure they get to bed and make sure they come in and they're ready to play football when it's time to play football.
Well, good luck Friday night, Coach. Thank you again for being here, and go Riders.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.